The problem we're looking at in this video is the one where users start Microsoft Office and the user information that's contained in Microsoft Office is wrong or has changed for the user for some reason. Maybe they've inherited someone else's workstation, or maybe the defaults have not been changed from the installation, from the management installation. So the problem is, if we have a look at the FastTrack website, problem number 10, the usernames are wrong in Office documents, and we need to set them up to be more accurate. So let's just go over and illustrate that via our user machine. So I'm going to start Microsoft Office Word 2007, and let's check the current settings for the Office information. And currently it's set to BRI admin, and the initials are BRI, and that was set as per the installation. So we want to change that. Now it's easy enough to do for your users if they do it themselves. However, as we know, many of them simply do not do it. So what we're going to do is look at the script which does that. So let's open the web page and just check the 3 lines there which can do it, and we're writing information to the registry. We're going to write the user initials, the username, and the company. So rather than copy those lines, what I'm going to do is go to the editor and bring up a program that I have recently made to do that, called Show User Info. So this is just a short program, short script, first of all to display the current user information, and then just for the purposes of this video to ask if we want to set new MS Office information. And furthermore, frequently the user initials is blank, so we're going to prompt for initials from the user. Now normally you wouldn't do this, you would make sure that user initials was not blank, because that information is coming from Active Directory, as is all this information here. But in this case, then the user initials and the user company is blank, so I'm actually going to prompt for that. Now normally you wouldn't prompt. Pretty straightforward script. First of all, we're putting up the show message. Then we're asking, do you want to set the information? If so, then we're checking if user initials is blank. If it is, then we're prompting once again for initials. If it's not blank, we're going to take the initials that are currently set in the Active Directory, and then finally we're going to write the registry settings. And for user initials, we're going to use the variable that we declared, which was initials. Set the user full name for username, and set BRI for the company name. In fact, let's just change that to binary research in my case. So let's save that. Let's compile that to an executable program. Okay, now let's go over and run that on the user machine. I'm logged in as John User. So let's run that program. Show user info, that's the one I want. That's the current information coming from Active Directory, so you can see that there are in fact no initials set in Active Directory. So what I would do now to make this work company-wide, because we don't want to prompt every user, is make sure that there were in fact initials set in Active Directory. But for the purposes of this video, I'm going to prompt for initials. So yes, we do want to set new MS Office user info, because when we checked it just before, it was set for the administrator. You'll recall it said BRI admin, so we do want to set it. So let's set the initials to JU for John User. And now if we go into Word and check those settings, we can see that it's correctly set to John User, the username and the initials. So that's just a quick look at a very simple script to change the Microsoft Office settings if they're not correct.